Hi, welcome back to another episode of Amateur Construction Hour. I'm your host, Carla Gifford. Now yesterday, I left off by adding a coat of polyurethane to the back of the coffee tabletop. Originally, I was just going to add only one coat. However, it soaked in so fast that I was able to add a second coat, and I made them both really thick because that's all the back is going to see. And I didn't sand in between coats, but that really didn't matter because it's the back of the table, so we're good there. Yesterday, the circular coffee table also got some more back braces because of that one board breaking off near the front. I added a little bit more support in hopes that that would help sturdy it up a bit and hold everything together nicely. And while I was adding the extra back braces to the circular coffee table, the rectangular one was drying up, and then once I was done with the circular coffee table, I was able to add on the legs to the rectangular coffee table. At first I tried adding the legs just to the very edge, but then I quickly realized that they weren't going to be held on as tightly because I was going to have to use a much shorter screw. So I just added the legs right onto the back supports, and that worked out actually pretty well. I had two 12-inch rods for the legs, but then I took them inside, compared them with my coffee table, and realized that that was just much too tall, and I had to get rid of the second 12-inch leg and get a shorter 6-inch, and that was about the right height. Then after I was done attaching the legs to the table, I took it inside to see how it measured up in comparison with our couch, which is a standard height for a couch, I believe. I don't know exactly how tall it is, but I just wanted to see how the two compared to each other. And it was pretty good, but when I took it inside, I realized that I needed to touch up the polyurethane in a couple of spots. So when I went to take it back outside, I was going down the stairs and I slipped and I fell, and the edge of the coffee table slammed against our wooden stairs and put a nice little dent in it. So that was another area that I had to touch up with the polyurethane. Now that brings us to today. I started my morning off by going to Menards because I needed to get some more piping for the legs on the rectangular coffee table. It was a little wobbly, so I'm going to connect all of the legs to sturdy it up a bit. When I checked on the coffee table this morning, I realized that where I had slipped and hit the edge against the stairs, it needed a little more polyurethane, so unfortunately I had to do another little layer in that section, and I found another spot that I missed, so I'm not able to do anything more with the legs now. I thought I was going to be able to finish it today, however, I'm not able to because I'll need to flip the table upside down in order to adjust my legs and see if I need to make any more adjustments to them or if they're good to go. But I want to wait another 24 hours to make sure that that top is nice and dry, because when I flipped it over yesterday, that's when I messed up some of the polyurethane. It just wasn't quite dry enough for that. So unfortunately, I'm not going to have that one finished today. However, I was able to start using the jigsaw on the circular coffee table and cut around the rest of it, the other half that I didn't get to. When that board fell off again. That really sucked. I was really disappointed by that. However, I decided that since my first coffee table wasn't done yet, completely done yet, and the second circular one just was not working out, I completely changed my plans and I took the circular one and I decided that I was going to make it into 2 end tables and just try to sell all 3 pieces as a set, Since I'll be using the same legs, the same wood, the same polyurethane on all of them, they look nice and cohesive together. Then I took the boards from the circular coffee table and I thought that I could cut them down to make an end table and not waste any of the wood. And I'm also having a lot of issues with the circular saw. There's a piece in it that comes loose, so after every cut or so, I have to tighten it back up, and I don't know what the problem with that is, so I'll have to figure that out at some point. It was really annoying me today, though. However, they were in not the best of shape, so I decided that I would just take one of my longer boards and cut little 20-inch planks off of that one and just do something else with the planks that I was going to use in the circular coffee table. Before I could cut the planks off of the long piece of siding, I had to sand it down, of course. I just like doing that before I cut it. I don't know why, I just think it's a little bit easier maybe. It probably doesn't make a big difference, but that's just my process and how I go about it. However, I'm positive that it would be perfectly fine if you cut it down and then sanded each individual piece. After I had the 20-inch planks all cut down, I glued them together. And then clamp them all together. And then I actually went inside and started editing this video a little bit so that way the glue could dry before I added on the 2 back braces. I took my time and I measured them from the edges just so it would look a little bit nicer and a little bit more professional. Even though it's called rustic, on this I wanted it to look a little bit nicer than I normally would care for it to be. However, that is all I have the energy for today. With the things that had gone wrong and the little mistakes that I had made along the way, I just decided that today was not going well and I need to stop before I wreck anything anymore. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you following me along on this journey. Thank you for all the subscribing and for all the liking my videos, and honestly, just for watching them in general. It really means a lot to me. I'm enjoying doing this series, and I'll definitely find more projects to do. If you guys have anything that you want to see me attempt to build within reason, I will absolutely give it a shot, but you have to make sure and comment your suggestions and that I read every one of you guys' comments, so it'll definitely be taken into account. Anyways, that is it for this episode of Amateur Construction Hour, and let me tell you, today it was extremely amateur. Thank you guys so much for watching.